teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Johnson's got it complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. For the Bears at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down to score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pierce now up the middle. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Third and long for Mills. Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. It's Pierce. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On play action, Mills. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no... This will stay at a 7-point game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Third and long. It's Fields. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out? and giving the ball back to their offense.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mills to throw it. That's underneath to Pierce. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mills now. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd and 12, Fields buying time to his left. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now it's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. And it's fielded at the 34. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Grant Haley in on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And Pierce gets it again on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong, because they have plenty of leg.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on second down, Mills. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A gain of 7, and the Texans first down.
Final play of the half, Mills.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout, and that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Fields now to throw. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Running left is Henderson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9. Now Fields. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee. I told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here comes Pettis on the return. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
second down, it's Henderson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
One play action. Fields out to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Mills escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Mills. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Fields. And hitting Juju on the slant. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 41-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They run the toss with Henderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That's complete to Pierce. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Mills back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mills looking to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Into the hands of Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And this one into the hands of Mechie. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Mills throw completed to Mechie. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's Mills. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Sucker. This to get it back to a one-score game. And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And not all W's are created equal, CD. And this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.